Hello everyone, myself Rashmi Gungunawat and I'm here to give the demo session on the structure of atom. So let me share my screen first. Yeah, so we will talk about the structure of atom. So first of all, we should know about what is atom. So atom is the smallest and basic part of the matter. The matter which we are seeing around us is the called the matter. Matter is present everywhere in this universe. Everything is made up of matter which is occupying space and having volume. Okay, so that is the smallest part of the matter is called the atom. So atom is very small. Very small means this is invisible and indivisible. It cannot be divided in any further part. Okay, it is indivisible, it is indestructible, it cannot be destroyed also. Okay, so these are the properties of the atom. Yeah, it is made up of three subatomic particles. So what are they? Subatomic particles are electron, protons, and neutrons. These are the basic subatomic part of the atom. So do they have mass or charge? Like what are their properties of the subatomic particles? So yes, they have mass and charge. So what is the charge on the electron, proton, and neutron? Electron have the charge of 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Coulomb is the SI unit of the charge, and proton have 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, this is electron is negatively charged and proton is positively charged. Neutron does not have any charge. It is neutral in nature. Okay, and what about masses? So they have mass also. Electron having mass 9.1 into 10 raised to power minus 31 kg, but which is very small quantity. And proton and neutron have the same mass. So what is their mass? Their mass is 1.67 into 10 raised to power minus 27 kg. So we can see that electron is having negligible mass in front of the proton and neutron. So we will see that it is not, mass of electron is not concluding in the mass of atom also. Okay, so now we will talk about who discovered electron, proton, and neutron. So electron was discovered by the J.J. Thomson, and proton was discovered by the Rutherford. These were discovered by the experiments, and neutron was discovered by the Chadwick. Okay, so they were the founder of electron, proton, and neutron. So what we will talk about the representation of atom, like how we represent the atom in the denotation form. So there is a X, A, Z. That's how we represent an atom. For example, we are talking about sodium. Na is the symbol of sodium. So we will write it like Na1123. So we will talk about like what is 11 and what is 23. 11 is atomic number and 23 is atomic mass. How we will say that atomic number is 11, and how will we find number of electrons, number of protons, and number of neutrons? So the number of electrons is always equal to the atomic number, and number of protons are always equal to the number of electrons, and number of neutrons may or may not be equal to the number of electron and number of proton. And what 23, how does it come? So number of protons and number of neutrons are concluding the atomic mass. So these both are summing up and they will decide that what is the mass of atom. For example, so how will we find number of neutrons? From number of neutrons, if we have number of neutrons, then we can find the mass. So number of neutrons is always atomic mass minus atomic number. This is the number of neutrons. So here atomic mass is 23 and atomic number is 11. So we are having number of neutrons is 12. So we can say that the the mass of an atom is concentrated in the center always. This center is called the nucleus, and the particles living in this are called the nucleons. So proton and neutrons are living in the nucleus, so these are called nucleons, and the sum of these two particles is talking about the mass of this whole atom. So that's why it is called the atomic mass. And electrons are revolving in these orbits. Electrons are not including in the mass of the atom. So can we say that mass of electron is negligible here? Yes, we can say that mass of electron is negligible in front of the mass of proton and mass of electron. And how can we talk about the occupancy of the electrons? Like how can we say that how many electrons will be in one orbit? We are calling this orbit. So there is a formula that is 2n square. N is the number of orbit. Okay. And 2n square is the occupancy of electron in the orbit. If we are talking about n is equal to 1, then 2 into 1 square, that is 2. So in the first orbit, only 2 electrons can be there. And if I'm talking about n is equal to 3, then 2 into 2 raised to 3 raised to 2. So it is 18. So only 18 electrons will be in the third orbit. So this is the occupancy, and so on. We can find in n is equal to 15, n is equal to 16. If there are the orbits, then we can find the number of electrons there. So that's all about the structure of atom. Thank you so much.